There's a type of website that quietly makes money every single month. No inventory, no customer support, no ads running in the background, and in some cases, barely any maintenance once it's set up properly. You've probably seen them before, without even realizing it. Those articles that show up when you search something like best coffee machine for beginners, or what laptop should I buy for video editing? They look simple, almost too simple, but behind many of those pages, there's a system designed to do one thing really well: turn attention into commissions. Now, here's the interesting part. This model has been around for years. Some people made a lot of money with it. Then AI showed up, flooded the internet with content, and most people assumed this opportunity was dead. But it isn't. It just evolved. And if you understand how it works today, in 2026, you can still build something that generates income in the background. Not overnight, not magically, but predictably. Before we get into the how, you need to understand the model itself, because on the surface, it looks almost too easy. And that's exactly why most people do it wrong. At its core, this is not about selling your own product. You're not building a brand in the traditional sense. You're not dealing with suppliers, logistics, or returns. Instead, you're placing yourself right in the middle of a decision. Someone is already looking for something. They already have intent. Your job is simply to help them decide and get rewarded for it. This is what affiliate marketing actually is. Stripped of all the hype. You recommend a product. Someone clicks your link. If they buy, you get a percentage. And the reason this works so well compared to other business models is trust. People already trust the platforms where the purchase happens, so you don't have to convince them to trust you with their money. You just have to help them choose. Now, of course, there's a catch. Getting clicks is easy. Getting the right clicks, the ones that actually converts, where the real game begins. A few years ago, this was almost unfair. You could publish a basic article, optimize a few keywords, and rank on Google without much effort. Less competition, simpler algorithms, fewer people doing it seriously. That's no longer the case. Today, millions of articles are generated every single day using AI. Most of them sound the same, look the same, offer the same generic information. And Google knows it. So what happened is simple. Creating content became easy, but standing out became extremely difficult. If your plan is to generate 100 articles with AI and hope something sticks, you're competing with thousands of people doing exactly the same thing. And that strategy is already outdated. In 2026, this model still works, but only if you approach it differently. The biggest shift is this. You're no longer building a niche site. You're building a resource that actually deserves to rank. That means 3 things need to exist in your content. First, information. Real answers to real questions, not surface-level explanations, but content that actually helps someone understand what they're looking for. Second, intent alignment. You need to match where the user is in their decision process. Are they researching, comparing, ready to buy? And third, this is the most important one, differentiation. Because if your content sounds like it could have been generated in 5 seconds by a machine, it's not going to win. This is where most people get it wrong. They use AI to replace thinking instead of enhancing it. But when you use it correctly, AI becomes a powerful research tool. It helps you structure ideas, explore angles, speed up production. But the value still comes from how you shape that information. Your perspective, your framing, your clarity. That's what makes the difference. Let's break down how you would actually build something like this today. Not theoretically, but in a way that can realistically work. Step 1. Choosing the right niche. This decision matters more than anything else. You're looking for a balance between 3 variables. Demand. People need to be actively searching for it. Monetization. The products need to have enough value to generate meaningful commissions. And depth. There has to be enough content potential to expand over time. A mistake many people make is chasing low competition instead of long-term opportunity. A niche with 0 competition usually means 0 demand. Instead, what you want is a space where people are already spending money, but where most content is still weak or generic. Step 2. Understanding search behavior. Forget traditional keyword stuffing. Think in terms of questions. What are people trying to solve? Instead of targeting something obvious like best headphones, you go deeper. Are noise-canceling headphones worth it? For studying, what headphones do streamers actually use? How to choose headphones without overspending. These are entry points, and each one can bring qualified traffic. Step 3. Using AI the right way. Here's a simple workflow that actually works. Start by generating multiple content angles, not full articles. Choose the one that feels most human and engaging. Then build a structured outline. Only after that, you let AI help you expand sections, and even then you refine it. Add examples, simplify explanations. Remove anything that sounds generic, because the goal is not speed. The goal is usefulness. Step 4. Writing for retention. Not just ranking. Most articles are written to rank. Very few are written to be read. And that's a huge opportunity. If someone lands on your page and actually stays, scrolls, and engages, that sends strong signals. So instead of dumping information, you guide the reader. You create flow. You make it easy to follow. And when the moment comes to recommend something, it feels natural, not forced. Step 5. Monetization strategy. Affiliate links are just one layer. You can also build an email list, recommend higher ticket alternatives, combine multiple affiliate programs. Relying on a single platform is risky. Diversification is what turns this into something sustainable. Step 6. Traffic beyond Google. This is where most people are still stuck in the past. Google is powerful, but it's not the only source of traffic anymore. Short-form content, visual platforms, and even forums can drive visitors to your site. A simple video explaining a concept can redirect people to a full article. A well-placed answer in a community can bring consistent clicks. The idea is simple. Don't depend on one algorithm. Build multiple entry points. This is not a quick win. You're building something that compounds over time. The first few months might feel slow. Results are not immediate. But once content starts ranking, it keeps working. And that's where the model becomes interesting, because effort is front-loaded, but rewards can be ongoing. At the end of the day, this is not about gaming the system. It's about understanding it. The internet is full of content, but useful content that actually helps people make decisions, is still rare. And that gap is where the opportunity is. Now I'm curious. Have you ever tried something like this before? Or is this the first time you're hearing about it? Because a lot of people have seen this model, but very few actually commit to doing it properly. Let me know in the comments. And if you want, I can break down real examples of websites that are doing this right now. Step B. Step